Hey, welcome to Raw Speaks Life. Rachel here, and today I'm going to share with you how to renew your motivation and what caused you to lose the motivation to begin with. Before we get into that though, what exactly is motivation? We have to first understand how our brain works to get us back into wanting to do the action again that we want to do. So, motivation, it is a feeling inside of us of wanting to do something. It makes us do whatever action that we're gonna do. Our brain is actually driven by feelings, and everything that we do is we're motivated by these feelings inside of us. If the feeling is positive, we enjoy doing something, then we're going to be motivated to take action. But if we get a negative feeling from doing something, then we're going to lose motivation. So there are 3 reasons why you probably have lost your motivation. One of them is because you've probably been doing too much. You feel like you're burning out because it's just you're overloading, doing too much at once and setting too high of expectations. Number 2, you're doing too little and you're not seeing progress. In order to actually keep the motivation, you have to do enough in order to see progress, and that is a reward in itself, and you feel good about what you're doing, so it encourages you to keep going with it. And then number 3, you are maybe getting bored because whatever action that you're doing, it's maybe very repetitive, doing the same thing, it's the same boring routine, and you lose motivation. So now let me get more into about doing too much or too little. How do I know the right balance? By the way, if you're finding value out of this video, then please smash that like button. And let's continue. What keeps us motivated is doing things in the right amount. In every situation, we have to be able to perceive and judge how much is too much, too little. We have to find that perfect medium. So as long as we stay within the correct amount, we're going to be successful and we're not going to burn out or lose motivation. But if you exceed your limit, then you're going to feel exhausted. It's going to drain you. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you're doing too much of it, trying to put too much on your plate, then you're just going to start hating that action and you're just going to want to quit altogether. Now, if you are doing too little, then it's going to feel very dull and you're not going to actually see any progress, or the progress is going to be so slow that you feel that it's not even worth it to keep going. I like to think of it as driving a car. If you have a really good sense of driving, then you're going to successfully get to your location, no accidents or anything. Well, let's say you don't have a good sense of driving and you speed too much. You speed so fast to the point you have an accident or your engine burns out and you run out of gas. And that's the same with yourself too. If you go too fast, then you're gonna burn out. But also, if you do too little, then it's like driving a car very slow, way below the speed limit. And it just takes you forever to get to the destination, to the point where you just basically turn around and you just don't continue to go. You never get to your destination. So it's all about doing things in the right amounts. If you do everything in the right proportion, then you are going to be able to manage to continue to do it in the long term. So how do we know that balance of like how much is too much? Well, we have to set goals and realistic expectations for ourselves. You shouldn't make it too easy, but have it be a little bit challenging. If the activity becomes too burdensome or overwhelming, then it might be because you're setting too high of expectations. And you need to maybe reduce the amounts. So start easy and then increase little bit by little bit. And then you can get an idea of how much you can manage. Now, once you find that happy medium, then that can help you to sustain the motivation. But let's say that it's not the problem of doing too much or too little, it's just that the activity became boring. How do you spark that motivation to do it again? Well, let's use the example of exercise. Let's say you've been doing the same thing over and over again, and it's just become very dull and boring routine, and you don't enjoy it anymore. You're not seeing much improvement in it. So the best thing to do in that case is to actually incorporate new kinds of exercise. Do new things in your workouts. Instead of maybe going to the gym, change it up. Go to the park, go hiking, go biking. That's why I am out in this nature mountain on top of the mountaintop. Actually, I took a break from the gym for basically a week because I needed time away from that, because I just needed to have, I guess, being stuck inside all winter long, you kind of get sick of that closed-in atmosphere. And finally, it's a warm day and it's beautiful weather to get outside. So when you have the opportunity to go outside and enjoy the weather, then make your workout outside. Do something that you really enjoy, something different. Change it up. Like, if you can change it up, your workouts every day or every week, do something that you really like. And you don't have to do it you don't have to exercise every single day. Do it to the point where you feel like you are comfortable and it becomes fun. You look forward to it. The next thing is that maybe it's because you're doing it by yourself and you just need a little extra external motivation from other people. So when that happens, it's good to actually join a club. You can join like fitness classes, and having those people there to keep you accountable to doing your workout, then that really, really helps. And maybe at this time during coronavirus, if there's no actual workout classes, then just have like one friend, like a running buddy, a fitness partner that you can try to, even if you're not able to work out physically together, you can hold each other accountable and like let each other know like the days or the times that you're working out. And then it just helps you to have a friend that's doing it together with you. And the last tip, number 3, is that if you lost your motivation, the best thing is to study others who are doing it. Sometimes all it takes is just like a little motivational video, or some people feel inspired through reading a fitness article, or maybe scrolling through Instagram and seeing people's fit bodies. I don't know what it is, but everyone has different things that help to motivate them, and often seeing like pictures or videos of other people that are doing well, then it can really help you to also regain that motivation, because you have like that goal that you're striving for. You can see it physically. So it's really good to study how others are doing it and are successful at it, and that can motivate you. And the very last tip is that maybe the reason why you have lost motivation is maybe it's not about being a routine, because you haven't formed a routine yet. You're just trying to start getting into it, but you don't have any motivation to start because you don't know how to start. So in that sense, you have to prepare and plan. And even before you make any step to doing the action, you have to think about everything that you need to do that action and prepare everything in advance, the night before. So if for exercise, you need to prepare your clothes, your fitness clothes, your water bottle. Maybe you need to prepare a pre-workout, and maybe you have to prepare your work clothes that you need to wear after your gym exercise, and also your breakfast, your snack. Think of all the things that you need and prepare that maybe the night before. Get everything together and organized, and then when you wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, overachieving, yes. No, if you're waking up like really early in the morning, it's really hard for you to like have to think. It's like as soon as you have to use your mind and think about, it's like, okay, what do I need to do this to go to the gym, and like packing your bags. It's really hard to like, already you start losing motivation because you're thinking like, oh, you have so many things that you have to get ready, and that's like it becomes a burden. So instead of like thinking about all the things that you need at that time when you wake up and thinking, and then making, which will cause you to think about like all the rest of the day. It's going to be your long day, everything that you need. Then it's better to get all of that stuff the night before, and then you can just roll out of bed, get dressed, and get out the door, and without any thinking involved. And then it'll be much, much easier for you, because as soon as you think with your brain about things that you have to do, then that's when the feelings comes in. And it's never really a pleasant feeling to roll out of bed really early in the morning to exercise. You just want to like stay bundled up in your covers and like just stay on your pillow and hit the snooze button. No, you really don't want to get out of bed. Just 5 more minutes, and then it becomes 10 minutes, and then yeah, you don't end up waking up at all. I've experienced that many times. So yeah, the best thing is it will never push the snooze button and prepare in advance, and just roll out of bed and go. And then it'll become like a habit of waking up at the same time every day and going without thinking, and it becomes easy. Over time it becomes easier and easier, and you won't even feel like it's a difficult task to do anymore. It just becomes part of your routine. So all right, that just about wraps up everything I wanted to share about how to gain motivation and not lose your motivation. I hope that was helpful for you. If you've been finding value out of this so far, then please give me a like for this video, because I really want to make more videos that can encourage you and make a difference in your life. So, all right. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for my next renewal video.